Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the previous verses till verse 101 of Surah Baqarah, we were discussing about how um, the deeds, the ignorance, the stubbornness of the children of Israel is portrayed in the Quran, so that we understand that what kind of people they were, and Allah questions them and the type of questioning and realizations which were made, so that they realize that they won't be among the believers even if they claim to be believers because they believe in the Torah, but they are going to be disbelievers until unless they accept or they believe in the last prophet and the holy text Quran, because it was mentioned in their own scripture, not that they are that makes them believers of their own scriptures as well. And how Allah makes them realize that how they have to be the supporters of the last prophet by making them realize a lot of things like his favors and how rebellious they were, and like warning them to change and so many other things. But when these verses were revealed and he used to recite, Sallallahu used to recite it, when they heard it, they had their own reasonings, and some or the other way they had a way out to justify themselves. So in this verse 102 to 103 and 103 actually, Allah explains about how these people were attached to magic, and how they told and blamed and justified that even the prophets were attached to magic. So in this, we mainly talk about a prophet called Prophet Sulaiman, which is written. He's called as Solomon or Sulaiman. We'll understand regarding the magic and evil spells in this verse. In the verse 102, which is a big verse, understand the meaning carefully. They instead followed the magic promoted by the devils during the reign of Solomon. Never did Solomon disbelieve. Rather, the devils disbelieved. It was not Solomon who disbelieved, meaning he is not the one who practiced magic. Which Jews claim that the Solomon used to run his empire through magic. But the devils disbelieved. They taught magic to the people along with what had been revealed to the angels, Harut and Marut in Babylon. So let me explain the story first. What happened is, some of the kins of Shaitan, the kins of Iblis, his children and everybody, ascended to the heavens. They started ascending to the heavens, and they used to eavesdrop the conversations occurring between the angels in the heavens, and they used to come back to the earth, and like those conversations would be regarding death, other incidents and unseen matters. They would listen to that and they'd convey this message to the soothsayers on the earth, in the Jewish community or the community in the earth. So what happened? These soothsayers started giving these messages and spreading these messages to the common people, due to which, and after, like, they were listening to the things which are going to happen. So when these soothsayers started to tell about the things which are going to happen, people started believing, to the extent that they had full trust in the soothsayers. Later, what happened? The Satan went and, like, as his practice, used to eavesdrop the angels in the heaven. Now, apart from the truth, he started attaching all the false things along with it, and told to the soothsayers of the community. So what happened? Now people had blind faith in them, to the extent that they started documenting the things or sayings the soothsayers said, and there was a community who believed in this soothsayers, worshipped them and everything. So the children of Israel started to understand that the jinns were the matter, knew the matters of the unseen, and collected these books, and they started being attached to magic, and they were they were in a blind faith, you can tell. But when Prophet Solomon was sent on his community, he told that this is not, they don't know the unseen. It's not that Satan who knows the unseen. He's just eavesdropping, and he's just telling some parts of it. They don't have any powers. So, whatever books they documented, he dug in a place below his throne, and he buried all the books. So what happened? Those books and scriptures were vanished. After a lot of years, and after a lot of like centuries and things, after Solomon alayhi salam's death, what happens is the Satan came in the form of a man to the Jews, people of the Jews and the children of Israel, and told that dig below Solomon's that crown, you can tell, or the his throne, you will find scriptures, because that man ruled based on magic and everything. And when they dug and they found the books, they thought he was the prophet who believed in magic and everything, but rather he did not believe in that. So what happened was, Solomon only controlled the human. They said that Solomon, after reading those scriptures and everything, Jews had an opinion that Solomon only controlled the humans, devils, and birds with magic. And Solomon was a sorcerer. As a sorcerer, he was not a good prophet, but a sorcerer. That news spread among the children of Israel, and and they told this to the prophet that one of your prophets believes in magic and everything. But there is this verse of the Quran came to justify that he did not. So, as in the verse 102, it said, they instead followed magic promoted by the devils during the reign of Solomon. That was promoted by the devils. Devils came and told them so that they get astray. During the reign of Solomon, never did Solomon disbelieve, rather, the devils disbelieved. They taught magic to the people along with what they had been revealed to the two angels, Harut and Marut, in Babylon. The two angels never taught anyone without saying, we are only a test for you, so do not abandon your faith. So what happened on the land of Babylon? Two angels came, Harut and Marut. They came to teach magic to the people. They did not teach magic actually. They sent people to learn magic from Satan. And what happened was, Allah wanted to clear people who are believers and disbelievers, and people who want to go astray, and everything. They wanted to be a clear demarcation between good and the evil, you could say. So what happened is, these people, they did not teach magic by telling that it's good, it's going to be this, that, powerful, nothing. They warned the believer, they warned the people that this is, we have been come to the earth to give you a trial. It's a trial from your Lord. They are telling that it's a trial, don't fall into the trap, and do not leave your faith. They used to tell this, and still, if the people wanted to learn, they were sent to Satan for them to get astray, because for the world to go on, there has to be good and evil both. So the two angels never taught anyone without saying, we are only a test for you, so do not abandon your faith. Yet people learned magic that caused a rift between husband and wife. Although the magic could not harm anyone except God's will, they learned what harmed them and did not benefit them. Although they already knew knew that whoever buys into magic would have no share in the hereafter, because the Harut and Marut told them that they would have no share in the hereafter, meaning no good reward will be given to them. Miserable indeed was the price for which they sold their souls. If only they knew that what is the cost they are praying to just be a little bit powerful and do bad to people. They are learning magic and everything, but they are selling their souls and just just wanting to be ignorant willfully. In the verse 103, it says, if only they were faithful and mindful of God and stand firmly with the trial which had come to God. Oh, that was an open trial, because the angels evil told that was a trial. They would have been faithful and mindful of God. There would have been a better reward from God. They if they did not learn that and did steadfast the trial and did not want to do it, they would have had a better reward in this world and the hereafter, if only they knew. But they did not want to. They just wanted to be powerful instantly, learn things, harm people, and have control in their hands. Now, in the verse 104 and 105, there is one kind of there is an advice to the disbelievers to not to the believers to not imitate the disbelievers. By saying so, there it like how in what way Allah wants us to do is, among the Jews there were some people who used devious words, like, if I can give an example. When we meet somebody, we tell Assalamu alaikum, meaning peace be upon you. They used to tell Assalamu alaikum. That means death come upon you. Then if I tell you, what did you tell, death come upon me? They'll tell, no, we just told Assalamu alaikum itself. But they're telling Assalamu alaikum. That there is a small difference in the hearing that changes the meaning. So they used to use such kind of words, twisted words, which used to mock the believers, with which they mocked the believers, and they thought they were mocking them and laughed among themselves and everything. So like that, there was a word called Raina, meaning we listen. Whenever the Prophet told something, they told Raina. In an other word, they used other pronunciation for it, Raina, meaning kind of like, oh shepherd, oh, or you can tell, oh foolish among us. That meant that. So whenever the Prophet tells you to listen, don't tell Roina. Tell unzurna, meaning I hear. Don't imitate the words that they use, because they are using that words in a different manner of speech, which means entirely different thing. Advice to the believer. That advice comes to the believers in the verse 104. O believers, do not say Ra'ina, but say unzurna, and listen attentively. And the disbelievers will suffer a painful punishment for their mockery and whatever they are doing. In the verse 105, it is said, the disbelievers from the people of the book and the polytheists would not want you to receive any blessing from your Lord. But God selects whoever He wills for His mercy, and God is the Lord of infinite bounty. Allah is telling, they would never want you to listen and be on the straight path, but you listen, and they don't want Allah's blessings upon you as well. But your blessings will be there on Him if you be among the good people, and He has bountiful to give. Just ask Him. In the verse 106, it's about again a concept called nafs, meaning abrogation of the verse. I'll first read the verse and then explain. In verse 106, if we ever abrogate a verse or cause it to be forgotten, we replace it with a better or a similar one. Do you not know that God is capable of everything, and God is most capable of everything? So what happened? The Jews were again giving a reason that naqas cannot happen, the abrogation of verses cannot happen. But Allah is telling, I can do it. I have given the commandments, I have given the prohibitions and everything. I can change it when I will. Because what happened is, some of the people who read Quran, like on not understanding the context, what they say is, example, there is a verse in Quran which says, do not go near namaz or the house of Allah in the state of intoxication, or when you have consumed alcohol. So some people tell that Allah does not tell that alcohol is haram. They just tell, don't pray when you're drinking. This Then there is a verse that it is haram and it is not allowed. So what happened is that the people of Arab were addicts. If Allah told to become believers, you have to leave alcohol and drinking. The like the prophet's friends tell that none of us would have become believers. So Allah knew that they would never do it. So what happened? That was a community which was far beyond. They did all kind of bad. So slowly, steadily, after their faith was strong enough, after so many years, he even spoke about alcohol, that don't go in the state of intoxication to near namaz. Then after they understood that, they started practicing that, alcohol was declared haram, because uh, that was the demand of the time. So Allah says, I will abrogate a verse. That doesn't mean ki, it is halal or something like that. If I abrogate it, it is for the better good. There is some reason behind it, and I will always replace it with a better verse. And I am the most powerful. I can do whatever I want, is what Allah is telling. In the verse 107, it says, do you not know that the kingdom of the heavens and the earth belong only to the God, and you have no guardian or help besides God? Allah is just making us understand that He is the most powerful. Abrogation of a verse, giving of a verse, prohibiting something, stopping it, or again redefining whatever He has told. It's only in His hands. He can do whatever, and He is the majesty, and He has the control over the heavens and the earth. Thank you.